Bradley Theodore. I took on an alias called Brad Digital because I just love the whole concept of tech, art, trying to mash it. This is my whole thing, to try to blend both mediums, art and technology, because artists are technicians. Michelangelo, Donatello. Michelangelo actually, which is really funny, he spent most of his years saying that he was a technical artist. So inventing like concepts of war machines for like the king. So you tell the king you're gonna invent this crazy new catapult, and then you would get funded. And he would take the money. He's funded to build a catapult, and then he would take the money and actually do his artwork with it. So it's kind of a funny thing. So this is the Little Brooklyn concept store.
Yeah.
It's kind of based on my world travels and based on some of my art projects. So that dog over there and this dog over here is Little Brooklyn, which is based off of that initial sketch in that shirt, which is right here.
Nice.
I designed this when I was in Japan, and it's kind of based off three of my dogs.
Yeah.
One dog was short, the other dog had a big head, and the other dog would bite you. I made a sculpture of that, and I gave it to 30 different artists, from Ron English to like Motalk Graffiti Crew, Mothug, whatever you call it, and they all painted a different version. So after they painted a different version, we did the auction, and half of them sold, but most of the people didn't want to sell the dog.
Yeah,
no,
nice.
First I did a collaboration with the underground fashion designers that nobody liked. Like I like communicative art. So we went and we put them in a spree, and each of them did a different version of that. So
nice.
yeah. So
I keep hearing you talking about sort of like the melding of different art forms. Where do you think that's going in the future?
the next multimedia artist is artists understand there is no media, there's just art, and it transcends the world.
I love that. What do you think about, I've heard you talking about artists in a community.
Art communities, in terms of like people working together, it all stems upon like, you know, the whole concept of like being able to lead a movement. So people going for a movement and leading together and really helping each other, not just like trying to be all down with somebody.
Exactly.
You know, that's an artist in a community, you know. And you know, obviously there are people at the top and there are people at the bottom. I'm at the top of your game in terms of like being a creative executioner. Because you're supposed to execute these visual stimulants into your brain. So the whole concept is you're at the top of the game, and this is not like, you're not just there to draw on paper and then say, oh, I'll finish tomorrow. You're there to, you know, just let it all spew out. Yeah, you let everything spew out, and you just like, you know, this is what you do. If you do this is what you do. So do it like, let's say if you're a lion in the jungle, right? A lion in the jungle just sits all day and chills, you know. And then the lioness, they go out and hunt the food. Now, they really hunt the food. They're not joking around. They're not half hunting. You know, they're chasing and hunting. And the lion sits there, and he gets his little share. But the lion's job is actually to beat other lions up. So when the jackals come with a bunch of jackals and they're trying to take things, it's that big lion that comes with that big paw and goes, ah! But that's, you know, that could be a metaphor for your creative energy. Like if you're that lion, you can see you're ready when it's time for you to do your job. Whether if you're a lioness or a lion, you come out with full force and you don't do it. You do it. You know, you don't go halfway.
How do you feel about giving back? What do you do to give back?
I think I've done everything. I mean, the first project with that one, that was collaborating with me. The whole concept of collaborating, and then we did that one. I collaborated with the Madison Avenue Boys and Girls Club for their charity. Awesome. So I mean, there's not that I don't like. I don't go out like, oh, I'm gonna get back. You know, it's a part of my daily lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's just a part of you, just like anything else. It's not even a thought. You just do it.
Yeah, I do it. You know, I mean, some people, if they think about it, they have to think about it. They have to think about it.
Yeah.
Some people, they do it. They do it. It's pretty much on you. You know?
I mean, everybody has a different process. Sometimes a different process leads to the same end game. You know?
So, you know, just, you know, Paul Mooney actually said some funny things to me one day. I'm walking down the street and I bump into Paul. I'm like, what up, Paul? And Paul, he goes, you know, what are you? What kind of vampire are you?
Awesome.
And I said, Paul, I'm the sun. He laughed. I like to start a revolution in visual emotion.
Awesome. And then what does that mean exactly?
Well, I think that, like, you know, when we see things, the way we see things, right, it builds our emotion, you know. So I think a lot of people see things in darkness and very dark ways. I like them to see things in light ways, in terms of like whether it's a dark mood or dark color or dark tone or dark shape. I like to see it in a very positive light.
Yeah.
You know, so the whole concept of seeing it is kind of wonderful.
Yeah.